back to my channel and welcome back to a new vlog. My name is Nneka, just in case you're new here, and as you can tell from the title of today's video, you guys are going to be spending a day with me. It's been a while I did like a Q&A slash a day in my life vlog. I asked you guys to send me questions. You guys ask questions, so we have lots of questions to answer. I try to section them into 3 parts. So the first part is going to be more of like personal life. The second part is more about my nursing career, nursing journey, travel nursing journey and all of that. And the third part is immigration questions. It might not work out like that, but I'm gonna try to make sure that it's very structured in that sense. So today we have like errands to run, and as I run those errands, I'm gonna be answering the questions you guys asked me. So the first thing we have to do today is I want to set up my workspace. My workspace is what I'm currently working on right now. I think I've got everything I need to get for the workspace. Not everything, but almost everything. And with that, I want to say a huge thank you to the sponsors of today's video, which is Flexispot. They sent me their beautiful desk. Beautiful, and I can't wait to show you guys. I want to go try out a coffee shop. It's a new one in my city, so I said that I was just going to go try it out. So today we're just going to go together. I need to go to Sephora. I need to restock on my foundation and also get my eyebrow pencil. I have to go to Walmart and pick up a few of my work snacks because I snack at work usually. I don't eat main food at work. And after that, I'll just come back home, unwind, have supper and just go to bed. Let's go set up the workspace, okay? So I got some desk accessories from Amazon, and I also got a plant. My sister inspired me to get this plant, okay? She's like, just get a plant because she's a plant mom to so many plants and she names them. Who does that? But apparently my sister does. I was meant to use a different spot for my workspace. Here I'm gonna have my mini workstation. I would have my work table here, my chair. But I decided to move it, given the fact that I need like indirect sunlight for the plant, and it would just be nice to see outside when I'm working or editing. So yeah, let's get to getting this workspace together. You guys know I'm all about like minimal. Having a very open space like this for me is just the best. You already knew that I was going to have a workspace. Though I love working on my kitchen island and also sometimes on my bed, it wasn't just comfortable for me because I wanted to be able to separate work life and my personal life. When Flexispot reached out to me, I was just like, nah, this is like the perfect collaboration in the history of collaborations. This is called the Flexispot Comb Standing Desk. One of the reasons why I love this desk is the dual motor ability or quality, okay? I feel like having a desk that creates more opportunities for mobility is just the best thing for me because I can sit down for about 8 hours straight editing content. When putting this desk together, it took me literally an hour or less. To assemble this desk, you just need to go through 3 to 4 steps. They've basically done everything for you. You just have to connect it. If you're interested in purchasing this desk, I'm going to be leaving a link down below. I'm also going to be leaving a discount code on the screen right here to get some money off your purchase or your order. So yeah, we're going to head out now. I'll see you guys when I get to the coffee shop. Answer some of the questions. The first question is, have you ever gotten into a fist fight? I think when I was younger, I got into a fist fight with my sister, but I don't even know if I can fight. If something was to happen or someone was to annoy me, I don't say at that moment because knowing myself, I already know that I might not be able to articulate myself properly. There's just so much emotions going on. Eventually, I might start to regret it because when I now go back and relax and now think back and process the entire situation or whatever happened, I'm like, oh, maybe I should have said this, or maybe I shouldn't have said this. You get that kind of thing, right? And I like to always take my time to process things before I voice them out. So yeah, what music do you listen to? Any music that just sounds really good, but usually I don't listen to songs that are unnecessarily too violent or too explicit. For me, it's just unnecessary, but you know, to each his own. Do you want kids eventually? Yes, of course. I want mini nekas running around, okay? When? I don't know, but eventually I want to have my own babies. How old do you want to be when you get married? You know how, like, when you were young, you planned your life and say, okay, at this age, or at 22 or at 23, I would get married. I never had that, or I never did that. I want kids and I want to get married eventually, so yes. Where are your parents from? My both parents are from Imo State, Nigeria, but they currently stay in Abuja. My mom is currently in Canada. Favorite hobby? Oh, favorite hobby. I love editing videos, obviously. When I'm editing videos, time just passes by so fast. It takes me time, but I just love creating content. I love editing content. I love it. Like, I'm happy when I do it. Have you done drugs? No, I haven't done drugs before. I still love your vibe. You inspire me. Thank you, love. Can't wait to see you in Ghana. We're shutting down Ghana in August, guys. I'm going for my boo's wedding and I can't wait. I've always wanted to go to Ghana, so it's going to be one of a very, very lit trip. I love Ghana cuisines. I just love Ghana people, love their music. It's just the perfect place to go and visit and also celebrate one of my very good friends. So how many siblings do you have and what's your position? I have 6 siblings, so we are 7 and I'm the 5th. I'm just trying to run through this. I love you, Neka. I love you too, baby. I love you. Have you had any surgery before? No, I haven't, thankfully. Your celeb crush? I don't have one. No. I don't really care much about celebrities, to be honest. I don't really care. When I was younger, I loved Trey Songz, Chris Brown, even Usher. Oh, I love those 3 guys. But now I'm like, bruh. How are you doing mentally? Mentally, I am doing good. Some days, especially when I go to work and I come back and I had a very, very emotionally draining day, I'm just like emotionally down, but I'm mentally okay, but emotionally I am not strong. Sometimes I kind of mistake my emotional health and my mental health because it's very easy for those 2 things to cross paths. Right now, I'm mentally very good, actually. Thank you so much for asking. Means a lot. A lot. Are you judgmental? No, I don't think I am. And I feel like with the way my friends communicate with me and how they are vulnerable with me, I feel like they trust me enough not to, you know, take that route of judging them. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I think I have. I work in the forensics mental health unit, and if you don't know what forensics mental health is, it's just basically a unit where we cater for people who are mentally ill that have committed a crime. So I have patients who have axed 5-year-olds. I have patients who have abducted their loved ones because they don't want to share them with the world. I cater for them just like how I would cater for other patients who have not committed crimes before. Being in that kind of space, you can't be judgmental. Like, I'm not really thinking about it too deep right now, and I'm not sure if my answers are relating or they are correlating together, but I feel like that has impacted my relationship with my loved ones or my friends or my families. Neka, I just want to say I admire you and I am really proud of your growth. Thanks for being true to yourself. Sending you lots of love. Thank you so much. How are you feeling today? Today I feel good. I feel like I've been really productive today. It didn't start off like that because the weather was so gloomy this morning. God, please give me the grace. Yeah, give me the grace, Lord Jesus. Give me the grace. But I just picked up myself, got ready, and I filmed content, and I'm still filming. So I think today has been good. So I feel really productive today, and I thank God for that. Have you ever bought followers? No, I haven't. I've never bought Instagram followers. I've never bought views. I've not bought subscribers. I've never done any of those things. Of course, I don't have any issue with people who do, but I feel like I would never do that because I'm okay having a slow growth, if that makes any sense. Like, growth that seems slow to the eyes of men. I'm the kind of person that likes to see things grow. I like to actually look back, reassess, ask myself questions and see, how did I get here? What did I do that led me to this position? Okay, what didn't I do that did not let me get that thing, and what I can do to make sure that I actually get those things in the future. And it kind of also like checks me in areas that I know that I'm lagging. I love to reflect a lot here, and I feel like doing things like that would kind of be like a disruption to that process for me. I like to see the effort I put into something grow or progress. Yeah, it's just not for me because of the kind of reflecting process I like to go through in different areas of my life. So yeah, okay, I'm going to answer this last question before we head over to Sephora. What's your car brand, and could you please give a rough estimate how much you got it? Hoping to get one for myself. Okay, so this is the Hyundai, I don't know however you want to pronounce it, Hyundai Santa Fe, and I've been using this car for about 3 years. I got it in 2020. I got my car for 13,000 Canadian dollars. So yeah, let's go to Sephora. Thank you.
Do you want to come with us?
Yes, please.
There you go.
Thank you.
Awesome. Have a good one.
You as well. So I'm back home. Apparently, we had like a power outage in my city and it lasted for like an hour. I was in Sephora, as you guys saw, when that happened. Thankfully, I'd already like got what I needed to get from Sephora and I was just like window shopping at that point. It took me about like an hour to get home. Usually from the mall to my house is like 15 minutes. Traffic lights were not working, so we had to be taking turns. But yeah, I just wanted to like just answer the questions here because my plans for this vlog obviously did not work the way I expected it to work. I already kind of answered all the personal questions I needed to answer. So now we're going to be moving to the nursing questions, okay? How much do you make as a travel nurse? I get these questions, I get questions like this a lot in terms of like finances and all. Isn't that kind of sensitive information out there? You never know what to expect from people. So I always shy away from questions like this. But I find that anytime I see like content creators talk about their finances and how much they make, it's actually really inspiring. It inspires me a lot, and I like seeing people being transparent and open about how much they make. But for some weird reason, like I don't know, I just don't have enough balls for that kind of transparency, I guess. I've signed different contracts, right? I'm just going to be giving you guys a range. So between $50 to $75 per hour, that's the average or the range of the amount of money I've made as a travel nurse, okay? Which college is the best to study practical nursing? Because I'm in Thunder Bay and I know people who have gone through the RPN program in my city. Confederation College is one of those colleges I know that people go to for the RPN program. So you can definitely check it out, and there's so many others, right? So it's just about you doing your research and just reaching out to people to see. So yeah, can someone who just finished practical nursing go into travel nursing? Of course, travel nursing is for every kind of nurse, to be honest. So you can be an RPN, LPN, an RN, or even a nurse practitioner, okay? There is no limitation, okay? If you're a nurse, you can definitely go into travel nursing. There's no limitation to that. Hi, thank you for the information. You've been so helpful. I wanted to ask about good agency for travel nursing. Okay, so for travel nurses in Canada, right? I know that there's so many agencies now that are coming up like every single day. I'm just going to be giving you the list of nursing agencies that I know that are good and their pay is reasonable and they also care about their staff, okay? The first is 911 Nurses GTA. The second is Magnus. The third is Canadian Health Labs. The fourth is Goodwill Staffing. The fifth is Northern Medical Connection. And the last one on my list is Marquette Global Healthcare Services. I'll be leaving their links in the description box, okay? So you can just click on it and apply. Just in case you're a travel nurse and you know more, please leave them in the comment section so that we can make this money together. So yeah, that's that for agencies. Hi Neka, is it possible to practice as a travel nurse even if you studied the compressed nursing program? Can you talk about life as a travel nurse in Canada, the pros and the cons? Thank you. Yeah, like the compressed nursing program, it doesn't mean that you are less of a nurse or there's like a limitation to your license if you go the compressed nursing program route. It just means that your program was like compressed into 3 years instead of 4 years. You just finish faster. That's just basically it. But you still get the same certificate or the same license as someone who studied for 4 years. Concerning the pros and the cons. Pros and cons of travel nursing. I would like to know the requirements to be a travel nurse. The requirements I feel like most agencies always ask for is, of course, your license. They also ask for a PLP, which is a professional liability protection. Basically, if you're going to work as a nurse and something happens and you get get sued, you need to have an insurance just so that if something happens, your insurance company can, you know, help cover those costs. The next thing they also ask for is a VSC, which is a vulnerable sector check, and this is done by the police. They want to make sure that you are actually someone of good standing in terms of crimes. You've not committed like a crime that would not be fitting for the nursing profession. Okay, they also ask for like your vaccination record, so like TB skin tests, MMR, COVID. Those I think are the 4 things they usually always ask for before you start your nursing assignment. So now let's go to the immigration side of things. Hi Nneka, what are the advantages of doing a 1-year program, and what are the chances of getting PR before the end of one's PGWP? I made a video about this, so definitely check it out. I'll leave a link right here just so that this video is not too long, okay? But I've already answered this question in the past. Hi Nneka, I wanted to ask concerning the TR to PR pathway you use on becoming a permanent resident. Is it a one-time thing or something that would be open again eventually? Because I heard it's been closed since 2021. Yeah, it's been closed since 2021. I heard that a similar pathway will come out because so many pathways are coming out. So many pathways, right? But that particular pathway, I'm not sure something like that will come out exactly like that. I'm hoping and praying something like that comes out soon because it really helped a lot of immigrants. If something changes, I will definitely let you guys know or update you guys. Hi Nneka, how much do you think an international student should bring when coming to Canada that would be enough for like 3 months? To be honest, yeah, so many things affect this. So let's say you've paid your tuition and the only thing that's left now is your expenses. That means like your feeding, your housing, transportation and all of that. If I was to live in my city, if we are looking at frugality for this economy right now, I feel like within I feel like budgeting $1,000 right now would be okay. $1,000 for a month would be okay. So for like 3 months, I feel like $3,000 would be fine. In my city, please don't forget that it's in my city, because if you're in Toronto or someone that is expensive in terms of housing and accommodation, then that's different. But for my city, I feel like having $3,000 for 3 months should be okay for you to be comfortable, in my own opinion, if we're being frugal. Okay, how is the cost of living in Toronto Bay compared to other cities you've been in Canada? I've visited cities, but I've not lived in any city for more than 2 weeks. But I feel like Toronto Bay is less expensive than other cities. It's less expensive, but the difference is not too much. So yeah, what do you like most about living in Canada? What do you like the least? One thing I really like is the opportunities I have here. I feel like it's number 1 thing for me. What do I like the least? How expensive it can get. I'd say that if I was making the same amount of money I was making back home, I'll be a billionaire by now. No jokes. When in Canada, you're making and you're spending. Yeah, you're making and you're spending so much. Thinking about it now, I think that's like one of the things that I really don't like about living in Canada. What was your first job as an international student? Ooh, I was a support worker. I was a nurse's aide. I did that job for about 2 years before I was like, I'm done. Looking fresh as always. Thank you. Do you plan on getting your master's in nursing? To be honest, you guys, I am tired of school. I don't want to go to school again, but I've thought about it. When I say that NPs, which is like nurse practitioners, they are making good money. They just make money with ease. That's the thing that is busting my brain. So that's like the motivating factor for me. I think eventually I will. I'm not sure yet, but probably. Let's just see how it goes. Okay, so my battery died. I had to change my cameras, but I'm using the second camera right now, hence why the change. Can a family of 4 survive in Canada with a minimum wage job? Minimum wage? You go tough. If it's only 1 person amongst everyone that's working, definitely not. In my own opinion, I don't think so. It's going to be very, very difficult. Except maybe you have something saved before you come. Explain how your life was at 22 in one word. The pressure financially, career-wise, physically, emotionally is getting worse. When I was 22 years, I was still in Ukraine. Between 21 and 22, that's the age where I started getting really self-aware. I feel like 22 was the year I learned huge life lessons. The lessons I learned kind of structured me into the way I am and the way I have decided to move in terms of my relationships with people, with the opposite sex, with friends and all of that, right? So I really learned a lot in that year. It was more like a year of transformation for me. Okay guys, so I think that's all the questions I am going to answer for now, okay? I know I didn't get to every single question, but I'll try my best to answer all the questions that you leave in the comment section. We're just going to unwind right now and just call it a 9.